Draco once again receiving dime after dime after dime every single time, and Zilu being a perfect distraction, though unfortunately it seems that nobody took it, but that doesn't matter to Draco as he slams it back again into the back of the net. John Johnson starting the return.
C-Jams going down the left wing, needs to find somebody open. He sees hidden stun, but too far. Has been gonna get the easy interception, and now C-Jams try to block with Zilu into Draco, but a good stop by Johnson, and Johnson keeping his hands cold and calm as he's gonna send one into Twizzle. What are Ballistic gonna have to do to break through this offensive pressure from Lockdown?
That's a great question, but it seems that Draco's being left on an island, and he does beat out John Johnson as an immediate return gets sent over to Draco. What an absolute unfortunate happenstance by the defensive end. It was trying to get an immediate clear, but it fell into the hands of Draco as he beats out both defender and keeper.
And for the second time, Ballistic losing their advantage in the game just because of Draco being absolutely unstoppable. They need to find an answer for Draco, and they need to find it soon if they want to have a chance of the series. Hidden stun trying to find C-Jams, but too far, and now Zilu and who else but Draco, but great interception by Twizzle. Now Twizzle back over to Luca. Luca waiting for his chance to strike as he tries to find C-Jams as his chess piece, but now Draco says we're playing 40 chess, but gets blocked by Luca, and now Ballistic on the counterattack.
C-Jams moving up quickly. Zilu trying to get that block, and he does, falling in the hands of Draco. Draco passing it back, taking the safer option for Jergsy. Jergsy moving up quickly, trying to look for a far pass here, but instead shoots close. Draco not quite fast enough as he does try to cut in, but John Johnson is there for a stop on the play. Passing to C-Jams on the right wing. We've seen this before. C-Jams hit and stun, but Jergsy's there instead. Passing it back over to Holy, starting their counterplay.
Jergsy sees Draco in the middle, can't pass to him. 3 defenders on Draco. Zilu can't reach the ball, but still somehow gains possession, and Johnson just going to take the ball there from Lockdown's possession as Luca starting the counterattack again. Sees hidden stun, but a great save by Holy in a minute and a half. Ballistic need to start making some plays here as Lockdown completely in control. Ben gonna send one to Jergsy to start the attack again for Lockdown, and Zilu, but a great stop by Johnson, and now back into Ballistic's hands.
They're definitely trying everything in their book. Ballistic trying to make sure that they can get this. Unfortunately, it's just not far enough for I'm Holy as it falls directly in his hands. That is very unfortunate for them. 1 minute left on the clock, 2-1. Ballistic is really going to need to have to pull something out here. They keep trying the same exact plays, but it's just not quite working, or the passes are just too short, or the clears are just too far. Draco now with the ball, passing over to Jergsy on the left wing, looking for a quick pass play. He does find Draco, but unfortunately, Luca's there first. John Johnson now with the reset for Ballistic.
And in the dying seconds of the game, Ballistic need to make some chances happen, and they can't wander passes like this as they're going to be forced to pass it back to Johnson, the keeper. 20 seconds. Can we see the second overtime? But it just goes too far, and now Lockdown can take as much time as they want, and they're going to take it as they full reset back to Jergsy, and then again to Holy as they're going to inch out every single moment they can. Twizzle tries to get it back, but just can't reach it. But a great tackle, and now a chance for Ballistic shows itself.
Luca immediately trying to pass it back. Yep, John Johnson immediately gets it back. Ballistic is really going to need to set up a really strong offensive front here unless they're going to have to take it back and immediately give Lockdown the 2-0 in this session. Luca looking for a play, but it gets blocked out by Zilu. Does he touch it? And he does despite the slide. 2-1 into the next set. Lockdown versus Ballistic, 2-0.
Yeah, and still, what a great 2 goals from Draco. We saw lowest scoring game of the entire broadcast, I believe, but just shows how much Ballistic's adapted to his playing style. Can we see Ballistic make some changes to get back in this series next game, Ellington?
Well, they're starting to lock down and take out Draco, which is absolutely fantastic, but you have to watch out for Zilu. Even though Draco is now out, Zilu is also just as deadly as Draco, despite him being slightly underutilized, but being utilized with the passes that he's sending. They just need to make sure that they can push it forward, move forward, and get this taken care of. But if they don't make any moves soon, Ballistic is not looking too good. C-Jams and Hit and Stun really needs to get their chemistry together as we move into game 3.
And now Lockdown looking to put a clamp on Ballistic's fun here as they try to get 3 games in a row in the series from Ballistic. Has been trying to find a pass into Draco, but just going to be blocked. And now Holy finds Ben again, needs to find a better pass option this time, sees Jerksy. Can Jerksy find Draco in the box? Off the wall! Scores for Lockdown!
Absolutely amazing pass play. You can see that he definitely got that bait out. Right here, he hits that sidewall. Zilu was there for it. All of them were prepared for a far left or right, but not a cut in. That was a fantastic play by Lockdown. Heartbreaking for Ballistic, as they're really going to need to start reading these a little bit better. Twizzle on the left wing, opting for a far right wing pass over to John Johnson, making it back over to Luka. Look over to C-Jams, but Zilu's there instead. Slowly moving up. Let's see if he decides to take the counterplay. It seems he is. Hit and stun. Tries to hit that slide. Jerksy now in possession of the ball. Draco with that cut gets pressured by John Johnson as he starts the counterplay for Luka.
And now with 5 minutes left in the game, Ballistic still have opportunities here. They just need to take a great attempt by Hidden Stun, but just Lockdown having his number down, having his mind filled with images of their plays as a pass tries to come into Draco, but too far, as Luka just going to reset it to John Johnson. I mean, what do you do if you're Ballistic here, Ellington?
Well, what they really need to look out for is their defensive line, specifically Ben. Ben has also been and has played with a player named Mendoza, who is an absolute beast when it comes to defending. And because of that, he knows when to look for runs, especially being on a previous team known as Grade A Losers. That was their specialty, was these hit and runs that Ballistic are trying to hit, which is why Ben is able to read them every single time.
Yeah, and now Lockdown still just with a goal ahead, I believe for the second time in this series, as they find Draco, but just too far for Draco this time, as Luka gonna have some space here to try to make a play, but C-Jams and Stun need to do something here. They run different ways, almost catch him off guard, but a fantastic stop by Holy, and we're seeing better creativity from Ballistic. There is still hope, but can Lockdown cut that choke short with a goal? They cannot for now.
An amazing block by Twizzle and an amazing follow-up by Twizzle, trying to make sure that they move this ball up slowly, trying another volley over to C-Jams, top to Hit and Stun, gets blocked by Ben once again. Jerksy slowly moving up, and now Draco in possession of the ball. Twizzle now applying pressure, but now falls over to Ben. Ben looking for a pass play here, and he does find it over to the far side, over to Zilu. Zilu, the designated passer. Let's see if he can find Draco, and he does, but John Johnson holding that tight angle to prevent that 2-point lead. The counter plays looking a little bit choppy here, and it does fall in the hands of Jerksy. Immediate counterplay for Lockdown.
And now scramble for the ball here, but Lockdown comes down as the victor, as there's still a scramble and Lockdown still finding, but Luka gonna get the ball now. Lockdown still with the victors here. Can Draco do it again? But a good stop by Twizzle. Still the attack option here for Lockdown is available with Zilu off the post. And now Ben with the ball sees Draco. What is going on?
Shot after shot after shot, ladies and gentlemen, as we know the song, shot, as no matter what, when it gets to Draco, he finds it and sinks it 2-0, 2 minutes, 25 seconds left on the clock. Ballistic is really going to have to look in their bag of tricks if they're going to want to do something here.
Yeah, and like you said, they need to become magicians of this game right here, right now. Is Luka gonna see C-Jams? C-Jams tries to do hidden stun again, but they just aren't finding more players to use on the offense, and that's just giving Lockdown a quick preview into their plays. But now Zilu, who's already scored a goal and assisted, couldn't find Draco, as Draco, who we've seen dribble before, he tries to find Zilu, and Zilu somehow doesn't get the shot off there, as Jerksy gonna try to fire to Draco, but these passes are just too far. But a minute and a half is going to put a lot of pressure on Ballistic, especially with Zilu in the box. Can he find another one? But no, he can't, as Twizzle makes the great block.
John Johnson now with the ball for the counterplay, starting it off a little bit slow as he does find Twizzle on his right wing. Twizzle moving up on the right wing, going for a shot. Well, over to C-Jams with a tight, impossible angle, shooting far into the left side.
And a very creative play. They needed to pull out a bag of tricks. They found the rabbit in the hat with that one, and they're only one goal down. Possibly could come back with almost a minute left on the clock, as Lockdown gonna try to do a quick response like they've done 3 times. Can they do it again? They cannot be stopped.
No matter what, Lockdown is not giving them any reprieve, no breather, no nothing. Despite how that mental reset, exactly what they needed, actually putting that point on the board, Lockdown immediately takes it away from them. Now starting with the counterplay, Johnson looking over, C-Jams on the left wing, looking, trying to find Luka on the right wing. Passing it over to top box, hit and stun, sliding it, an immediate response from Ballistic.
And Ballistic showing real heart here, as they say, we don't care about your goals. We're going to keep scoring our own, as less than a minute appears on the clock. Huge game here. Can Ballistic come back in the series 2-1 after scoring hopefully 2 goals, but wholly with possession here? Gonna give it to Ben on the left wing. Ben and his elbow! And it's just relentless goal after relentless goal from Lockdown.
A fantastic pass from Draco. You can definitely see they were preparing for that shot. Both Luka and C-Jams trying to make sure that they cover their man, but unfortunately not fast enough, as there are 40 seconds left. 4-2. Ballistic once again might have to look for a quick response. It does take a total of 10 seconds to get that ball. Or is this going to be the end for Ballistic? And will Lockdown be going to the Sunday quarterfinals?
And it seems that way, as 20 seconds left on the clock. Holy, gonna find Draco free. You cannot leave this man free, but he misses, and he barely misses off the right side. Now C-Jams gonna try to find a constellation goal, as he has to pass forward Luka. And now Stun gonna try to take one more shot on net here, and it just hits the post in a heartbreaking way to end, I believe, the series. I thought it was best of 5, but I believe that is the end of the series. Lockdown winning 3-0.
Fantastic plays by Lockdown, making sure that they absolutely lock out Ballistic. Fantastic plays by Twizzle and Hit and Stun, but unfortunately they are just not able to outplay both Draco, Jergsy, and Zilu. And let's not forget the backline, Ben doing his best to stop every single play that comes up his way, stopping shot after shot, and unfortunately just not giving them any purchase.
Yeah, and just so unfortunate. Such a heartbreaking loss for Ballistic, who put up such a fight each game. I mean, they showed so much heart in that last game alone. Such huge respect to both teams, but a huge shout out to Draco, scoring almost 20 goals in this broadcast. An insane showing from a very talented player.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to be it for everybody, and we will be seeing you guys tomorrow in the quarterfinals. Make sure to stay absolutely strapped and be ready for the next ball game. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.